It doesn't bode for a good start to the day when your husband makes you a cup of tea but forgets to remove the tea bag. Good morning, it's Friday, I'm still in bed, it's raining, and I'm doing some comfort shopping. Yes, I am not going to lie, I am buying unnecessary things on the internet to make myself get into the frame of mind for getting out of bed. It's Lex's fault. She's just told me that Joni Clothing had a sale on, and I have just ordered this wrap dress, which is very cute and has little stars. I don't think you can see that very well, but yeah, I just ordered that. It's down from £30 to £10, and it says that the model wearing it, Chloe, is 5'7" and is wearing a size 10. Now, I'm obviously not going to look like Chloe in it, am I? But it's a nice dress, so hopefully I'll look all right. Took me a bit longer than usual to get ready this morning. Are we focused? I think we are now. I've just come down. It's just getting on for 9 o'clock, and Ashley got up at about 8 o'clock and said, right, I must go and get on. And where have I found him? Where have I found you? Jigsawing.
No.
We're getting on quite well with it. I did quite a bit yesterday, down at the bottom here. But it's got to the really hard bits, the sky, and this has been a hard jigsaw, hasn't it? I feel like.
Yes.
I made a smoky chorizo and bean casserole thing for dinner last night, and Ashley made these with homemade dough. This was the little flatbreads with cheese. They're just like little thin flatbreads. It was one of the lots of dough that didn't rise because the yeast wasn't working. So we used it to make flatbreads with pesto and cheese on, and they were delicious. Really nice. Best email of the day so far. New season of Housewives of Beverly Hills is available on HeyYo. I cannot wait to start that. It's about 12:30. I don't know where the morning's gone. I can hear Ashley talking to somebody outside. It's a parcel force man. Must have had something delivered. I bet it's something boring for the garden that I'm not interested in. It's nothing, never anything interesting for me. Anyway, I literally don't know where the morning's gone, but I have been very productive. Got lots of stuff done. I take it all back, it was wine being delivered, so obviously that is of great interest to me. Of great import. What?
It's essential.
Just redone my bed, redone it. I've just remade my bed and switched for the summer duvet because I've been really hot in bed the last few nights as the temperature's gone up. Typical that on the day that it's that sort of weather outside, isn't it? I've just put clean bedding on and yeah, just switched to the summer bedding, so that's nice. Looking forward to getting into that tonight now. So yesterday I had a bad day. I knew I was going to have a bad day when I woke up, and for some reason, instead of pushing myself onwards and making myself get on with the day, I wallowed, and I don't think it really did me much good. However, having said that, it's the first day that I've had. I did get up in the morning because I had to drop off my parcels for eBay, and that was quite early. I went out and did those about 8 o'clock, and then I came home, I got back into bed, and I didn't get up again till midday. And then I just mooched around the house, feeling sorry for myself and feeling angry with the world. And in particular, I think what wound me up yesterday was social media. I posted a bit about this on Instagram, so if you saw my ranty Instagram post, you'll already know what my state of mind was. But I thought it was worth sort of talking about it on here a bit because I had about 70 messages. It was absolutely insane of people agreeing with me, and I basically said that I was really sick of seeing on social media how we all ought to be embracing this precious time and, you know, improving ourselves and doing these things and making the most of it, and all this making the most of it. I'm so sick of hearing that. I don't want to do any. I just want my normal back, and I wanted, instead of trying to push through and be positive and you know, make the most of this precious time, I just wanted to see a bit of reality on social media. I don't want everything to be bloody rainbows and unicorns. I mean, there's a place for that, of course there is, but I think we need to acknowledge that this is a bloody shit situation. We are, you know, locked up in our homes, and yes, I know, I should be grateful. I've got a lovely house, a lovely garden, yada yada. I know all that, but we are in a shit situation with hundreds and hundreds, thousands of people around the world dying every day. Hundreds in this country, no end in sight, or, you know, likelihood of anything being normal potentially for an ongoing period of time that I can't even think about. And, you know, I don't want everything to be rainbows and unicorns when I look on the social media, when I go on Instagram, and I want people to acknowledge how shit this is, and not to wallow in it, but just to, I don't want to see endless posts not even acknowledging the situation. I feel like it's a bloody massive, huge, I don't know if I'm expressing myself well here, but it's a huge global situation that's affecting every single aspect of every single person's life in this country. And if it's not now, it will be doing when we have the economic fallout afterwards. Mark my words. Oh, that's an old person thing to say, isn't it? Mark my words. And, you know, whilst I'm delighted that, you know, you've cleared out your shed and painted your garden fence and all of that stuff, and I'm as guilty of it as the next person, you know, that's nice to see and it's good to see, but let's have some bloody acknowledgement of how absolutely effing awful this situation is. And I think what I'm so frustrated with is that everybody is obviously having difficulties, having these thoughts, and just putting a highlight reel on Instagram does nobody any good. Because I was scrolling through Instagram yesterday feeling shit and looking at all this stuff, and I think, wow, everybody's coping so much better than me, aren't they? And then you fall into this bloody spiral of feeling like nobody's feeling the same as you, and you're not doing it properly, and feeling guilty for feeling worried and angry and all of the things that of course everybody's feeling. But I really want to be able to be honest. I feel like I've done that okay in these vlogs. I feel like I've been pretty honest without being maudlin about it. I have talked about how I feel, how we're all feeling, let's be honest, and you guys have done in the comments as well. We've had some great, you know, interaction in this little community. My battery light is now flashing at me. But I want to see it on Instagram as well. I don't just want to see a highlight reel. I want to see reality, and I want to see how people are feeling, and I want people to feel that it's okay to acknowledge that. I feel like people aren't feeling it's okay to acknowledge that. And 70 replies to my post about feeling crap about everything yesterday would indicate that I'm right, that people aren't feeling able to acknowledge that. And yeah. Anyway, I just thought I would share that because that's where I was with that yesterday. And yesterday wasn't a good day for me, but today is so much better. I knew I would get up this morning and feel a lot better about everything. So sometimes a day wallowing and feeling angry and sad and miserable is what we just need. We shouldn't always push ourselves to feel better. I think it's important to acknowledge those feelings of utter despair, because it's okay to feel that at the moment. It's fine to feel utter despair, as long as you don't feel it all the time, you know, and you're able to pick yourself up a little bit. But yeah, if you're feeling utter despair, feel free to share it with us in the comments, because we're all going through it. We're all feeling it at different times, and, you know, nobody's feeling okay all the time, despite what you might think from looking through Instagram. Right, I'm now going to go and edit Wednesday's video, and then it's time that William and I watch Peaky Blinders, because we haven't watched it for days. Excuse the state of my makeup. My eyeshadow seems to have gone halfway down my face. I've just got all my wool out, and I'm going to That's a lot of wool, isn't it? And I'm going to crochet a blanket. But I wanted to do it in certain colours that I saw it on the internet in. And it's got like little daisies in the middle. But I've got no yellow, or no appropriate yellow. Hang on, I've got that yellow, would that work? No, I think that's thinner than everything else. There's only a tiny bit. So I'm going to let go of my, I want to do it in yellowness, and choose some other colour combination of stuff that I do have, so I don't have to order anything new. So I'm going to sort through and choose a colour combination, and I'll show you when I've chosen it. Right, that was quite a good sort out. I've sorted out, this is all alpaca, all different colours, that I bought for something and never used, so I'm going to sell that. And I've got 4 balls of merino unused here, grey merino wool, which I'm not going to use, so I'm going to sell that. Then I've got all of these different colours of cotton, so I'm going to pop those away. And then that is all my cheapy acrylic, all different colours there. These bits here are the bits that I used to do my snowflakes with, so I'm going to keep those. There's 3 different ones. A sort of grey one and a cream one with a sparkly thread running through it, and then just a white thin cotton. So I'm going to keep those in case I ever want to do any snowflakes again. Keep all this for a future project. I'm thinking some sort of blanket, I think, would be good with all of that. And that, as I say, is all my acrylic. And let's go over here. These are the colours I've chosen for my little blanket, and it was meant to have sort of a bright yellow centre and then white petals, and then the rest of I'll show you the pattern when I start doing it. But I thought this cream colour would work for the centre, and then white petals, and then the rest of the squares in these colours. So that's sort of my colour palette for the blanket that I'm going to make. It's going to be a baby blanket. And then these are all, I made these flowers for our housewarming party, and I hung them all in a tree in the garden. They look really nice. But I'll just pop those away. I'm not going to do anything with them at the moment. I might make them into a blanket at some point, I don't know. And then there's just some random granny squares that I was just making to try out a new pattern. And these with cotton, they don't come up so well with cotton, but yeah, so I'm going to put all of this lot away now it's sorted, and this will be for my new project. Good morning, it's Saturday, and Ashley has just completed...
I've been up all night.
He hasn't been up all night, but we have just finished the jigsaw. It was hard. That was a really hard jigsaw. Way hard, even right down to the last few pieces we were struggling. It was actually way harder than it looks, this jigsaw. I've got a nice easy one to do next, so I'm looking forward to that.
Do the baked bean one next.
Oh God, no. Well, it's 11 o'clock, so that's taken up most of the morning. Not most of the morning, we've been doing it on and off. The Tesco shopping arrived. Haven't had a delivery for 2 weeks. There was quite a lot. Oh dear, excuse me. I'm going to make some tea and coffee for everybody. Will's still in bed as it's Saturday. Last night we watched the final of MasterChef. I think the best man won, I have to say. Although, I did quite like that. I don't know if anybody was watching it. I did quite like the Chinese lady. I thought she was very innovative and good, but I think in the end the best man won. He was very good. But all the ones I liked earlier on, in the earlier rounds, had gone out over the weeks, which was a shame. There was a good older lady, can't remember her name, she was 60 something, and she started off really well, but didn't do so well. She went out after the quarterfinals, I think, or semis maybe. Anyway, that's over for another year, until, not quite a year, because we watched the professionals one at the end of the year, if they do that. Don't know if they'll be able to film that with them. What am I trying to say? Don't know if they'll be able to film that with the coronavirus situation, so we shall wait and see. But plans for today, we are having a gourmet evening. Ashley is cooking us a 5-course menu or something with matching wines, and we're all going to dress up, and I will bring you along for the ride, so to speak, because I think it might be fun and it's something a bit different. Other than that, I haven't really got an awful lot planned. I might edit. I've got a video to film, the try on with Carla and Lex, but I think I'm going to leave that till tomorrow because I thought I might have my makeup free day today. Because I'm in a bit of a loungy mood today. I've got this jumper on which came from a charity shop. I absolutely love this. It's sort of an oversized boxy jumper. I've only got it on with leggings, but I've got it in pink as well. Like I bought. In fact, I think it might have been in one of my cheap Chinesey hauls, but I love this one. I really like the colour. It's a cold, miserable day again today. Not very nice at all. So I thought, jumper weather it is. Just feeling a little bit sad. I've just cancelled our holiday to Greece, and we had up to 7 days before to cancel it, but and we can move it. I mean, I've just cancelled the Premier Inn at Gatwick Airport. We're getting a full refund for that, which is nice. And also cancelled the holiday, but instead of we were going to the Sunny Resort, which we've been to about 15 times, and we will definitely, I can guarantee that when we can travel again, we will be going back there. And so rather than taking a refund of the deposit we paid, we have taken a voucher for the amount of the deposit, and they've increased it by 20%, so they've given us an extra 20%, so we've got that towards our next holiday, so that's nice. So at least we'll be able to book that at some point in the future, but just made me feel a bit sad cancelling. I knew I was going to have to do it, but just the actual cancelling of it made me feel sad. Anyway, I think I'm going to have a lazy afternoon. Ashley's cooking a gourmet dinner, as I said, so I will help him with anything he needs help with, although he doesn't really like being helped in the kitchen when he's creating. He quite likes to do it all himself, so that's quite nice for me. So I'm just going to list these bits of wool that I showed you yesterday on eBay, and once I've done those, I might make a start on crocheting my blanket. And I've got to remind myself of all the different stitches. It's so long since I crocheted. And well, that was a lot of blood, sweat and tears, but I've made my first daisy granny square for my blanket. It took me a good long while. I had to... First of all, the pattern I chose was in American crochet terms, which those crocheters among you will know are different from British crochet terms. For example, what we would call a double crochet, the Americans would call a single crochet, and so on and so forth. But yeah, I've forgotten how to do half the stitches, so I needed to watch YouTube tutorials and stuff. But I've made it and I'm pleased with it. I think it looks pretty good. I've got a lot of ends to sew in because I didn't crochet them in as I went along on this one. But yeah, I'm really pleased with it. Feeling a proper sense of achievement. Ashley is beavering away in the kitchen. He's making an amazing dessert that I chose last week out of, he's got a Gordon Ramsay 3-star chef cookery book with the most insanely complicated recipes in, and he's making, well, I'll show you later, but he's, spoiler alert, he's made a banana and lime ice cream, which is part of the dessert, and I've just tasted a tiny bit. It's amazing. Very nice indeed. So I'm quite excited about that. When he has a spare 5 minutes, he's, well, we're going to cut William's hair. Will is really fed up with his hair. And we don't have clippers. We only have clippers that we used for Reg. But they're the same as people clippers. I'm sure it'll all be fine. But I don't want to do it in case I do it wrong. So Ashley's going to do it. So that's going to happen in a bit. I haven't made my bed yet, despite the fact it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We have finished season 2 of Peaky Blinders. It was a brilliant episode. I think it was my favourite episode so far. That one. Really enjoying Peaky Blinders. And I might have a nice long soak in the bath actually, before I get ready for my big evening. I haven't decided what I'm going to wear yet. I'm quite excited to have a look through my wardrobe and decide. So, I've had such a lovely afternoon. I've pottered, had a really long soak in the bath, I've read my book, I've helped Ashley with the washing up and done some kitchen portering, and now I'm all dressed up in my sparklies, ready for our evening. I have got on this top, which you will have seen if you watched my cruise evening outfits video, which I will link above for anybody who hasn't seen it. I think this top came from Evans. I absolutely love it. And then it's just a double layer. It looks like a jacket and a top, but so sparkly. And then I've got this skirt that I've had for absolutely years. It's monsoon and it's silk and it's got beading around the bottom. I bought it from eBay for £10 about 10 years ago, I think, and I just really like it. And I've got little black kitten heels from Marks and Spencer's on, and earrings. I can't remember where they're from, excuse the horrible light. And yes, looking forward to our evening. I've done the table all, sorry, just going to turn off this candle lamp. I've done the table all nicely. I will take you to see that. So I've laid the table all really nice. I made that little centrepiece. I need to light the candle in the middle of that. Just got some string lights in there and then some fake roses that I've bent the stems up and popped in there as well, and the candle as the centrepiece. So I need to light that, and then I've got black tablecloth and this gold table runner, which was originally from Next years ago. Had it for years and years. How's it all going, Chef? The chef got very smart. He's put his suit on, hasn't shaved his horrible coronavirus beard though. Even William has put his suit on. I'm dining with two very smart gentlemen this evening. This is the amuse-bouche, which is Toblerone.
It's beluga caviar on a Toblerone crisp. On a white
with a shot of vodka.
Yes, in a frozen glass. Warm or blood temperature vodka.
I'm not a massive fan of caviar, but I'll give it a go. Our starter this evening is
foie gras with caramelised nectarine.
On a bed of rocket. With accompanied by a glass of, I can't pronounce that, botrytis.
Botrytis, yes.
Sounds like a disease.
It literally does, doesn't it?
It's the noble rot.
Oh, okay.
Intensifies the flavour of the grapes. That's a dessert wine, technically, but I like a sweet wine with foie gras.
Lovely. Yum yum. Chef is now cooking the third course, and I'm just taking a moment to be very pleased with my centrepiece. It's a cut glass bowl that Ashley's mum gave us years ago. It's a really nice heavy one, and I've literally just put the set of lights in, and they've got their own little battery pack in the bottom. I've stood the candle on the top of them and put these flowers in, and then sort of pulled the lights up inside to make it all sparkly, and I'm really very pleased with that because I am not an artsy craftsy type of person, not creative in the least, although people say, oh, you are creative, Caroline, you create YouTube videos, but I'm not artistic. I think artistic is the word that I'm looking for. I'm not an artistic person in the least. My sister-in-law is so good at interior design and this sort of thing. She had a company doing, she did wedding trees and sort of styled events and stuff, didn't she? Yeah, and she's really good at that sort of thing, and I've never been very good at it, but I'm pleased with that. I do like it. The next course is smoked haddock with, it's like a Sussex smoky apparently, with cheese sauce and what's this? Caramelised sage leaves? Sage crisps, yeah. Sage crisps. Oh, look at that. It's delicious. And we're having a nice glass of Cloudy Bay Sauvignon with this, poured by this excellent wine waiter here. It feels like going out for a proper nice dinner, doesn't it?
It's very nice.
And the next course is pear sorbet, which William actually requested earlier because there was pears. And you
I
said
didn't want to eat the pears by themselves.
Pear sorbet with some sort of herb on the top. That's what it looks like. Does it smell peary?
It smells minty.
Oh, it does. Looks very refreshing. Ashley is now decanting the wine for the main course. Just got to say, the pear sorbet,
Delicious.
10 out of 10.
Best thing we've had tonight.
It was our favourite thing we've had so far.
Well, then again, the caviar was very nice.
I'm not a lover of caviar, so I'll never.
It was good as well.
Ashley has decanted the wine. The wine is from before anybody in this room was born, which indicates that it's really old.
Which
older than me and even older than Ashley.
And me.
Some wine of this age is just shot, but I have a number of bottles of this one, and it's tried and tested, and it's excellent.
It's from 1961, which is a very long time ago. Who can remember 1961? That's the label. I'm no wine buff at all, other than drinking it. I'm quite good at drinking it. But yeah, looking forward to trying this. Individual beef Wellington on a bed of mushrooms with fondant potato, port sauce and green beans. Are you excited for this?
Yes.
Can you do an excited face?
No.
Looks delicious. The main course was delicious. Delicious?
Yes.
Out of 10?
7.
No!
Compared to the pear sorbet, it was a 7 out of 10.
Oh,
And the pear sorbet was a 10 out of 10.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was a 9 out of 10, the beef Wellington. William and I, Ashley is now cooking the pudding, which is taking some time. And William and I are now playing a little quick game of Genius Square, because I think on this rare occasion I might beat him, because he's had several glasses of wine. I think I might be able to handle my alcohol a little bit better than him.
I think that's
We shall
unlikely,
see.
considering that.
I was wrong. I've lost several times, quite badly. I'm quite grumpy about it. Go on, tell everybody the secret trick.
Just don't be Caroline.
Is that it?
No, I was going to... You have to do them in the right order. You start
No
off with-
shit, Sherlock!
No. You have to start with the most difficult ones and then work to the easy ones.
Yeah, I always do that anyway.
Clearly you don't, otherwise you would have won. Muffins.
It's a souffle extravaganza, look at that! Oh my god, this is toffee, this is Gordon Ramsay's toffee souffle with banana and lime ice cream. You've forgotten the little caramelly thing we're meant to put in it.
What caramelly thing?
The nougat.
The caramelly...
What's in it? That's sprinkled on the top and round the side.
We've now got the caramelly shard thing inside it. It looks so much better with that, doesn't it? It's been a gourmet extravaganza.
It has indeed.
Delicious.
It looks pretty good.
It does. Very, very full. Just noticed there's a moth up there. Don't know if you can see that. So many moths at the moment. Don't know if it's the time of year or what, but so many have been coming out. Anyway, I'm done for this video, I think. It was such a lovely evening. We all agreed it was just nice to make the effort. So if you're thinking about it, just, you know, just to dress up and sit around the table and chat and play a game and eat lovely food, and it doesn't matter what it is, it's just nice to make a bit of an effort. So yes, if you're thinking about it, I highly recommend it. Anyway, that's it from me for this video. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you're all keeping well and safe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.